As you can see, I've got the sofa to myself. Oh. What are you doing here? I thought I got the sofa to myself. Who are you anyway?
I'm John. Right?
It's Johnny B, otherwise known as Golden Tonsils, the voice of hot chocolate. Welcome to the GCN Show.
Coming up on this show, the Spring Classic season draws to a close with the Liege-Bastogne-Liege.
Yeah, and we find out who has won our fantastic Giro competition. And we've got an exclusive live link with Dan from Italy.
And yeah, I am live and direct here in Italy at Kask Helmet. More from me later on.
Plus we've got all your usuals, tweet, caption and comment of the week.
And guess what else we've got?
Bit of space, haven't we?
More room on the sofa. Sit back and relax. Congratulazioni a Kim Osborne for vincere nostro concorrenze Giro.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Matt.
Cheers.
Yes, Kim Osborne, congratulations to you. You're jetting off to the Giro d'Italia stages 8 and 9. So get in touch if you haven't already and we'll sort out your arrangements.
What a prize that was. I'm a bit jealous actually.
Yeah.
Congratulazioni.
Congratulazioni.
An imperious surge of power in the final 150 metres on the Mur de Huy saw Movistar's Alejandro Valverde defend his title in Fleche Wallonne, making it his third win in the coveted classic. But it wasn't to be for some other pre-race favourites, including Dan Martin of Cannondale-Garmin and Philippe Gilbert of BMC, who tweeted,
Very disappointed with my crash again. Let's hope I can be recovered for Sunday. Lost a lot of skin, but nothing broken.
but in a different accent than that one.
Very disappointed with my crash again. Let's hope I can be recovered for Sunday. Lost a lot of skin, but nothing broken.
Said a spokesman.
Spokesman.
That's brilliant, yeah, brilliant. Lotto Soudal's Tim Wellens had broken clear on the penultimate new climb of the Côte de Chirave, but was brought to heel with 500 metres to go, setting things up for a sprint between a vastly reduced bunch.
Valverde opened up first, but he was never to be matched. But Ethics Quickstep have found a very young star in 22-year-old Julian Alaphilippe, who took a strong second from Orica Green Edge's Michael Albertini in third.
Superb ride by him, definitely.
Caption of the week now, and last week we showed you this picture of Dan Craven and a pig from Trobriand. And our winner goes to Alex Jones, who says, the organisers really went to town with this prize. Or did they go to market? Thanks very much for that, Alex, and get in touch and we will send you a nice bit of GCN swag.
Yeah, this week's caption is a picture of Esteban Chavez and Carlos Betancourt taking a natural break. Now I'm going to start you off this week. I can't find what I've written. Anyway, I'm going to start you off. Hey Carlos, where'd you get your hair done, mate? Or alternatively, is this where all the young Colombians hang out?
I've just heard from the producers, Matt, but Dan's not very happy with your captions there. He wants to weigh in himself.
Really? Unbelievable.
Ah, yes, I thought you'd need my help for the caption contest, despite me being away and working very hard. Anyway, here goes. Caption. Hey, Carlos, you could never have ridden for Cervelo test team. Why is that, Daniel? Well, you're just too big. You need a chipolata to do that.
The classics this year seem to have had more crashes than ever, and Liege-Bastogne-Liege certainly wasn't an exception, with most notable names like Dan Martin, the 2013 champion, last year's winner Simon Gerrans, both crashing out. It actually led Gero to tweet about it later. Just not my day today. Actually hasn't really been my season so far. Still plenty of racing to come. Hats off to Alejandro Valverde.
Hashtag LBL. And Gero actually crashed twice.
Yeah.
Once in the main crash and then chasing him to get back on. Poor old Gero. Hopefully he'll be back soon. No doubt he will. And teammate of Dan Martin, Nathan Haas, also a fellow Australian. Bloody ouch. Ardennes was non-ideal. Flat in the final of AGR, mechanically in the final of Fleche, in a crash in Liège. Never two without a third right. Winky face.
Actually, I think that's a smiley face.
Oh, it's a smiley face. Sorry, Nathan. It's actually a smiley face, not a winky face.
Misconstruing smileys.
It's important.
Can
You've got to
lead
get your emoticons right, really, haven't you? Because it's sort of...
can lead to problems.
I know.
Now we must give a special mention to one of our viewers, Remy Fjelldahl, who rightly identified that man Alaphilippe as a serious contender for Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Of course, we overlook him at our peril. 7th at Amstel Gold, 2nd at Fleche Wallonne and 2nd again at Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Certainly a man to watch for the future.
Yeah, definitely. Although we did write our Liège-Bastogne-Liège preview just before Fleche, but well spotted at Remy. And what a future for Alaphilippe. Certainly in the good place, a nice nurturing environment at Essex Quickstep, and surely a monument winner in the not too distant future. Comment of the week this week, and this comment from Alexander Pode was underneath the How to Change Your Hoods video. Dan's pretty good at applying lube to rubber. He better be protected from those STIs now. Thanks very much, Alexander.
Yeah, very well protected indeed.
Indeed.
One of my favourites from Meech94. This was under the How to Train Around a Full-Time Job video, which came out on Friday. Matt won the national champs while holding down a full-time job, is becoming the new Dan rode the Giro d'Italia.
Did Dan ride the Giro?
I think so.
Who for? And actually, we've still got Dan live on the satellite Wi-Fi link, who's actually got his own comment of the week for us. Fire away, Dan.
Yeah, I've got my comment of the week right here because I saved it as soon as I saw it. It was underneath our collaboration with our brand new fit channel, Cyclist Do Yoga, and it came from Gix, a 750 pilot, who said, when she said bring your chin close to your chest, you could see the panic on Matt's face as he's thinking, what? All of them?
Take a huge breath and telescope the ribs towards your face. Keep activating into the soles of the feet.
And also weighing in, we've got Bernie Eisel on the line.
What what Bernie's got to say? Amazing.
Matt, don't worry, you're not that fat, but just cut down a little bit on the pizza, and I think this is the right size for you. If you order next time, order the little pizza.
I think we can safely say that Team Sky's Tasmanian whirlwind, Richie Porte, is absolutely on fire this season. Now, he added victory in the Giro del Trentino to his palmares, teeing up that victory with a solo win on stage 2.
And in the other stages, Bora Argon 18 took out the opening team time trial, with AG2R's Domenico Pozzovivo and Astana's Paolo Tirolongo taking out stages 3 and 4 respectively.
Yeah, if you count the Australians' victory in the Aussie TT Champs, that's 10 wins already this year for Richie Porte in sublime form. Just hope he can keep it, or can he keep it, for the Giro? And we'll be there to find out. The first 2 stages of the Tour of Turkey have been dominated, as expected, by the sprinters. Now, Mark Cavendish was delivered perfectly to the line by Mark Renshaw on stage 1 to take a win, and 2 combined again on stage 2. And this time, Mark Cavendish outkicked Sasha Modolo of Lampin Merida for his 8th win of the season. Next up, the mountains. As you can see, and will no doubt be very sad about, Dan, the boss, isn't here. He's definitely not here. He's actually in Italy having a tour around the Kask helmet factory, and by the magic of satellite and Wi-Fi combined, we've managed to get a live video link with Dan. Dan, any helmet news for us?
Well, not much in the way of news right now anyway, but one thing is for sure, Kask have got a huge array of helmets here.
Any helmet tips for our viewers, Dan?
Well, I've had a few, yeah. Apparently you've got to keep your helmet really clean and nicely polished. That way it'll be even more aerodynamic.
But what about vents? Which way do we turn these days?
Well, now you're asking, because actually there are a huge number of options when it comes to vents too. You can have loads of vents like this one. You can have just a few vents like this one here. You can have no vents at all, like this one here for time trials, or you can have an optional vent. Still love that.
The boss, as ever, there having his finger firmly on the pulse of helmets. The UCI has confirmed that Team Astana will keep its World Tour licence, subject to the team complying to as yet unspecified special measures. They went on to say that the Licence Commission shall be able to reopen its proceedings if Astana fails to respect one or several of the conditions imposed, or if newer elements arise.
Now, apparently the UCI are going to publish the rationale behind that decision in the coming weeks, but of course that leaves his nibs free to defend his Tour de France title. On the channel this week, On Wednesday, it's how to perfect your braking.
One of the stringent rules of cornering is that you mustn't brake while turning. And in principle, it's true. Braking puts additional demands on your tyres, potentially enough to overload them and cause you to lose grip. The chances are that if you can touch your brakes and not lose traction, well, you could have gone through the turn faster. The reality is though, most of us do brake in corners, but the golden rule is to make sure that you let them off as you clip the apex of the corner so that you can then start to accelerate.
On Thursday, it's our top 10 tips for riding in California. On Friday, it's the first of our route previews for the Tour of California.
Shred the Ardennes.
On Saturday, it's pro bike and it's a good one. Tim Whelan's Ridley Helium. Sunday is off the back with Matt. And on Monday, we show you how to check whether your bike is in prime condition for that Sportive or Gran Fondo.
And Tuesday, we're back with the show.
Yeah.
But we won't be here. I wonder where we will be.
Yeah, or indeed, who will be here?
Who knows?
Who's going to give you the news? Round 4 of the Women's World Cup saw the riders take on the fearsome Mur de Huy in Fleche Wallonne, and in the closing stages, Anna van der Breggen of Rabo Liv bridged over to a 2-woman breakaway, which included one of her teammates, Roxanne Knetemann, before she dropped Bigler's Annemiek van Vleuten at the foot of the Muur.
Yeah, Van der Breggen then soloed to victory, taking the World Cup lead in the process. Van Vleuten held on for second, with Megan Garnier coming home in third. Tweet of the week this week comes from an in-form, in more ways than one, Mark Cavendish. Now Mark tweeted a couple of days back, at a busy airport baggage belt, someone's farted. It's not me, but for sure someone will think it's me. Almost makes me feel guilty. You've been there something like that before. It's,
We've been there, Matt.
It's worse than a lift, isn't it? Nobody sort of owns up, do they? It's, Now it's time for Extreme Corner. Now this week's Extreme Corner is something pretty special. It's all the way from sunny Monterey in the United States of America, and it's so extreme, in fact, I've refused to watch. So watch it at your peril.
Makes me physically ill.
You're right. Don't have to watch. John, is it finished yet? I can't look.
I'll have a peek.
Go on, have a peek. Yeah. Oh God, still going.
What was in those lemonades?
Chop that over.
Let's get the clamber around.
Careful, Matt.
I've got the compression jeans on. Right. Well, I tell you what, I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, that was a good job.
Man.
Good job. Thanks
do
for
that
having
again.
me, Matt. Maybe I'll come back again sometime.
I hope so. It's a cracking job. Hopefully they'll like it anyway. And even if they don't, you know, if you don't like it anyway.
Just like it anyway.
He's a top chap. Anyway, what about other stuff? We've got a point to.
There's some videos up there if you want.
Yeah, how about the how to train around a full-time job? That seems to have done really well. Cracking video about how to train around a full-time job or study, starring me and Simon. Click just up there.
Words from the former British national champion, of course.
And we have another video as well, the yoga one, which is just down there. 35-minute session, specially for cyclists, that me, Lloydie, and Niall and Tom took place in. It didn't take place, then we actually did it, didn't we? Do you want to do this again?
Let's do it again.
Or should we just roll this?
I don't know,
This will
maybe
do.
we could just roll.
Click down here for the 35-minute yoga special, starring me in my Star Wars trousers.
Yeah, it's got a lot of comments, those Star Wars
And it costs about
pyjamas.
£6, you know. They're reasonably priced and very comfortable. I tend to sort of put them on about 7 o'clock and just relax for the rest of the night with a hoodie on, like this, really.
We'll do it.
About subscribing.
Yeah, you can subscribe by clicking down there, and also down there is the like button. I think we might have mentioned the like button already, but you know,
Have mentioned the like button.
You can't like it twice, but
you can get your friends to like it.
Yeah,
if they
exactly.
subscribe, then like it.
perhaps you can get other people to like it by sharing the video. You can just share the video.
Good tip.